I'm going to talk about my disability simulation, which I did on Saturday, October 27th, from the time I got up, which was about 8:30 until about 5 o'clock. My roommate assisted me, and I managed my morning ADLs by doing a log roll to the side of my bed, scooted into the wheelchair, used the wheelchair to get into the bathroom, and then brushed my teeth, had a sink bath, brushed my hair, and used the bathroom, all of those independently, but with adaptive equipment like a sliding board to use the toilet. I was able to feed my dog on my own because all of her supplies are within arm's reach for me. How I managed or prepared my house and got ready for the routines of the day are in videos that are included. And the places that I access, I film myself in each of the places that I went to, but I went to PetSmart for about 10 minutes, Walmart for about 20, Starbucks for about 10, and the casino for about an hour. I went to the public restroom in the casino, and there was only one handicap stall in the bathroom, so I had to wait for about 5 minutes for the person who was in there to leave. I noticed that if I were not waiting for a handicap stall, I could have used the bathroom much quicker. However, when I got in there, it was well set up, had grab bars, raised toilet seat, and plenty of room to navigate with my wheelchair. Crossing the intersection, I did that and recorded that, and so I'll just refer to that. If you'll take a look at that, you'll see how that went for me. How did I feel? A little bit impatient. It took me about 30 minutes just to brush my teeth, take the sink bath, comb my hair, and use the bathroom, and that normally takes me about 10 minutes. Because we didn't have a handicap sticker, rolling and pushing myself into those stores and things took a long time. Everything was probably 2 to 3 times longer. So I felt tired and I felt frustrated. Most people were pretty nice to me, offered to open the door. When I went to Starbucks, the barista there, when she gave me my drink, checked to make sure I could reach it, which I thought was very nice. However, one thing that wasn't so nice was when I was waiting for my roommate to pick me up at the drop-off to the casino, a car pulled up in front of me and parked right in front of me, so that I had to move the wheelchair in order for the passenger to get out of the car, and they didn't say excuse me or sorry or anything, so I was a little taken aback by that. The barriers that I encountered that would prevent me from being independent are the 2 steps into my condo are not, just cannot be navigated without a ramp in a manual wheelchair. Cooking would be a real challenge. Bathing my lower extremities would also be difficult. I think if I had the right equipment in my bathroom, like grab bars, that would be possible, but the way it's set up right now, it really wouldn't be. Having carpet was also very difficult. I would definitely go with hardwood floors or tile or something if I needed to make my house more accessible. I've already talked about the most frustrating part of my experience. The most enlightening was just how much strength and motivation and determination it takes for someone with a disability to get out there and participate as fully as possible in an environment that is really not very friendly toward people that have disabilities. It just everything is designed for people that are not disabled, and so you really have to plan ahead and really think about how you're conserving your energy, and a lot of the things that we've been learning really got reinforced for me. And so that was definitely very enlightening. Client factors in this diagnosis were paraplegia with good upper body strength, which was really helpful because I would have had a much more difficult time had I not had good upper body strength. The community walkability checklist, the sidewalk was in pretty good shape, but meaning that it was relatively new, but it still was uneven, so I could have easily caught a caster wheel and flipped myself out if I didn't have good upper body strength. The slope of the sidewalk cutout were so at such an angle that if I again didn't have good control, upper body strength, I would not be able to, could potentially not be able to stop the wheelchair from rolling right out into the street. So sidewalks and community walkability in a wheelchair were really not very good. I did not take a bus, but I've taken the bus downtown. From the bus stop, that's about 5 minutes from my house, and I know that it is wheelchair accessible with a platform that lowers so the riders can get on, and there are seat belts to secure wheelchair riders. I also know that my bus route does not have very many stops, and so I would have to get transfers if I needed to go to other than just a handful of locations, which would be very difficult in a wheelchair. Also, in terms of getting there, I would have to have either someone take me in a car, and if that wasn't possible, then I would have to get an Uber or hopefully a like Warren County Medicaid van ride to the bus stop because you cannot get there safely in a wheelchair. The information that you can find on is all out on the Metro website. So if the individual has accessibility to the internet and good vision, they have very nicely broken out what services they provide to disabled individuals, which I think is pretty easy to follow. And it does have boarding, exiting, using the wheelchair lift, safety, those types of things. Overall, this was just a very good experience for me. It really helped me understand how much a person has to do that is using a wheelchair, how much energy they need, how much motivation they need, and why they would have difficulties. And, you know, I'm really glad I had the opportunity to do this because I think it will help me be a much better provider of occupational therapy to patients that I'll see in the future. So thanks for the opportunity.